In entries about earlier games, I'm talking a lot about how various consoles and whatnot just weren't a thing in Moldova when I was a child. Well, obviously, Tetris was a thing. It was a thing everywhere, I'd guess. Except the way we'd play Tetris would be in the form of bootleg handhelds that had 9,999 games in one. And all those games were Tetris, maybe with a couple different settings. A little bit more expensive 9,999 games in one would hold like 5 games. Tetris, Snake, Tanks, some racing game, something else I guess. So, because Tetris is such a ubiquitous phenomenon, I decided that the way I will handle it in my list will just be based on whatever version I happen to find first while scouring the databases. And it happened to be Tetris for the NES released in 1989. So, we're going to discuss Tetris based on this iteration. Tetris is what I'd call the perfect time waster game. You know, I never really had a desire to play Tetris. Like, the thoughts, man, it would be so great to boot up Tetris right now, have never crossed my mind, even when I was a child. I played Tetris kinda when I had nothing else to do. Someone else was working on the PC and there was nothing interesting on TV, or I wasn't in the mood to play with toys or Lego, having to wait in line to a doctor or to do something in one of those short breaks between lessons at school. It was just a thing to do because I had to do something. But whenever I did play Tetris, even now when I launched up the NES version to record some footage, time just flies. There is a great degree of satisfaction in filling these lines to then have them disappear. And, you know, when I got into the game to record some footage for this entry, I didn't expect to spend a lot of time playing the game because I know about Tetris, you know about Tetris, everyone knows about Tetris, there's no need to discuss it in depth, so no need for a lot of recorded footage. And yet, I've spent more than an hour in Tetris while absolutely forgetting I was actually recording, so I had tons of footage to choose from. But here's the thing, I've just had this experience, I enjoyed playing Tetris a ton, and yet, as I'm writing this script not too long after playing the game, I, once again, don't have a desire to get back to it. Even though that hour was spent with fun, I'm not thinking, man, you know what, that was so good, let's boot up Tetris again. I'm not. But if I would boot up Tetris, I wouldn't be able to put it down for a considerable while. So this whole situation adds one more challenge to the aspect of ranking all these different games in a single list. And I think Tetris is gonna take the spot beneath Ultima that Super Mario Bros. 3 previously hanged on to. Again, Ultima is a relatively rudimentary, somewhat repetitive game that I'd probably never replay again. But when I was playing it to refresh my memory for the ranking, I had a drive to finish it. I'd finish a session, a day would pass and I'd go, I want to go back to Ultima, and I'd get back. Same with more arcade games like Galaga, with which I just go sometimes, you know what, I want to try and beat my previous high score. This doesn't apply to Tetris, and yet I can't deny that while I play it, I am addicted as fuck to it. More addicted than I am to a game like Super Mario Bros. 3 or Space Invaders or anything of the sorts. So, this feels like a good spot for Tetris.